Woo! Ring 4 last night. Amazing event. If you paid for it, you got your money's worth. If you watched it, you know that card was stacked from top to bottom, from bottom to the top. So let's get straight into it. From the bottom to the top, I want to thank every fighter that was on the card because boxing is a brutal sport and these guys put it all on the line. So let's start with the main event part. I saw the prelims, but the main event portion. Sam Noakes, Abdullah Mason. Woo! 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 2 game dogs in there. I didn't give Sam Noakes no chance at all. But what he put on last night, Abdullah Mason, was some experience based off age, based off of what he saw previously from Abdullah Mason, based on his confidence, and based on his will of not going down. Not saying this young kid, he hurt me and I'm gonna let it rock. No, I'm gonna keep throwing with him. I'm gonna punch in between punches. I'm gonna push him back. I'm gonna push him on the ropes. I'm gonna make him work. I'm gonna make him fight that I wanna fight. And I gotta give it to Sam Noakes because although Abdullah Mason is a dog, I truly believe Sam Noakes really forced this fight the way that fight went. Abdullah Mason, yes, he has the intangibles to fight that type of fight. But if he uses his range and his height and his reach to his advantage, it suits him a little better. Suits him way better if you ask me. So that fight last night was, man, it was a fight good for the people who really wanted to see some action. But on the other end, for Abdullah Mason to be 21, to be inexperienced, to go up against and win his first world title, to be in Riyadh season. I don't know when they got there, but it was a lot for him. He took on the challenge and he thrived. He won. He put that out there to the world that I got what it takes to be a world champion. I don't want to get on here and bash his performance or what he could have done, but overall and all, sometimes you got to fight, right? And then sometimes you have to show that you're the superior boxer. So there's times in the fight where you could box and other times where you just get people on your square. You pot shot them and move. You know, a mixture of that would have been better for Abdullah Mason, but I guess naturally he's a dog and that's what he wanted to do. Only advice that I would say is possibly some new trainers to help him gain some more experience and, you know, cover up some of the flaws that he does have as a fighter. And, you know, he's going to be great. I can see it. He's going to be great. Everybody's saying him and Keyshawn Davis. We'll see if that's even possible, but that'll be a great fight. But salute to Abdullah Mason. Bam Bam Rodriguez versus Martinez. Oh my God. Masterclass performance by Bam Bam Rodriguez. And what hurt Martinez is what he did previously leading up to it, which is pushing Bam Bam. Bam Bam is very respectful. And he's one of those fighters that's, you know what? His statement that he said, I'm in control of this fight whenever I want to. If I want to make it a 12-round decision, it'll be a 12-round decision. If I want to make this fight end whenever I want to, I want to. There's times in the fight where Bam Bam was, I wouldn't say having lapse of focus, but it was more so like in sparring. When you're there sparring with someone and you're walking them down, you're not caring what they throwing. I think he did it for 2 rounds and Robert Garcia was like, come on, man, get back focused. So once he got back focused, pepper him with the jab, you know, pivoting on the angle, throwing uppercuts, you know, straight lefts to the body. That's what really was hitting, getting him, you know, the body shots. Boom, the straight lefts to the body. Boom, straight lefts to the body. Boom, the angles he was turning. Just everything that Bam Bam does for a 115 fighter is amazing. And I got to salute him for, man, I hope you get back to your daughter safe or your child safe because you just had a child and you wasn't there. That sacrifice. I hope you're on a plane going back there now to go see him. That's what's really important. So salute to Bam Bam Rodriguez and Team Garcia because, man, oh man, that was a wonderful performance. I love seeing Bam Bam Rodriguez in the fights that he's in, and he's going to be something very special. So salute to him. Now, Debo Devin Haney versus Brian Norman Jr. Woo! Did that go as a lot of people expected? I think people were split in between the two. Obviously, Devin won, beat the champion, dropped him, showed him that he had power, controlled the fight, let off the gas at times. Brian Norman Jr. felt the power early and showed his lack of inexperience. And Devin told him, you're not on my level, and this is a different type of experience that you're going to experience when you're in there with me. Woo! Devin got the job done last night. Here's the thing with Devin. Everybody said, if you didn't see the performance, the highlights is up. Devin Haney, once he gets acclimated to 147, is really going to be a problem. This is just one fight. Devin Haney, once he gets acclimated, is going to be a problem at 147 based on his counterparts that's there. He may be the best guy there and no one able to beat him right now from what I saw. Only thing I would say from Devin where he had his lapses, he wasn't really using his jab the way he should have used the jab. That's what it kept him in super flow state where Norman wouldn't be able to even get close where he had to tie him. He could have made the fight a little more easier. I guess Brian Norman was setting traps that we didn't see because Haney's usually a guy who uses his jab, and he didn't use the jab at all. At times, yes, he did. He busted Norman up, but that jab would have kept Haney in super flow state. And, you know, he showed Brian Norman Jr. that it's levels to it. Haney shocked the world. Salute to Haney for the win. You know, you put in major work. 147 looks like it fits you, it suits you well. You look very big and ready for the weight, and that weight cut was definitely taking a toll on your body. But what's next for Haney, we'll see down the line. I don't kind of want to speak on that. But Brian Norman Jr., you guys got to get some experience in your camp. Bring in other trainers, you know, people who've been through it. Bring in trainers who actually dealt with world champions, like the Barry Hunters and things of that nature. I'm not sure if you guys are cool or whatever, but, you know, people with more knowledge to help you out. The Roy Joneses, people who's willing to share their knowledge with you so you can get better and ultimately become a greater fighter. Because you're limited by your corner most of the time. You're limited in life by the people that you have around. And big salute to Brian Norman Jr. Also in the camp, from what I heard, that you cook your own meals and you do this. And I think that could be a detriment overall to a fighter because you need to relax, you need to do certain things and put more trust in everything outside the camp. The lead up, building up the fight, made this fight still what it was because Brian Norman Sr. did a hell of a job. Bill Haney was on the quiet route, and that's needless here nor there. But Devin Haney acclimated to 147 is the real problem. And Benavidez versus Yarde. I called it. I said it's going to be the tank versus the machine gun. I believe I said it. Something to that extent. Check the video. Benavidez just too much for Anthony Yarde. Anthony Yarde is a guy who can fight, but he's not at the top level. Every time he had a chance to step up and win and really actually beat somebody, he's came up short, and that's been his shortcomings. Everybody's not the top guy in boxing to be there and win all these big fights and show the world that they're, you know, everybody's not there. And Benavidez showed that there's levels to it. Benavidez showed that I'm here to get you in and out. I don't got to talk crap for you to build up. And I want to salute Benavidez for his maturity. I don't know if y'all seen the maturity, but look at him his last 2 fights, press conferences. Listen to his last interviews. Cursing like crazy. Now you don't even hear him think about cursing anymore. He's mentally maturing. And being mentally mature means you can be mentally mature in the ring. And that's scary. That's definitely scary. To be mentally mature outside the ring and working on your craft and not waiting for fighters and building your own legacy. If you ask me, it looked like Benavidez had a hard time making 175, or he shrunk down, or he got a little too big in between camp. But, you know, they did a hell of a job. They executed how they executed, and Benavidez takes no prisoners. He's not taking no for an answer. He's yes. He's grind. And, you know, they put on a wonderful card last night, man. Ring 4 was absolutely everything that you paid for and that you wanted to see on a fight card from top to bottom. And salute to all the fighters that's there. Benavidez also talk about moving up to fight, I think it's Yarde. I forgot the guy's name, but, you know, he going to cruiserweight to face somebody in May, to face the fighter in May, and, you know, wish him the best of luck. I don't have no dog in any race, but, you know, that's just my take. Salute to all the fighters, man, because they're in there taking the punches and we out here talking. Everything is still a sport, so where's my sportsmanship award? And just like that, Famus is gone.
It's Fame USA, opening up the game, punching bag treatment on they, babe.